What do plants and animals, even the soil or a jar of fermented sauerkraut, have in common? It's life. Life, often unseen to the naked eye, is teeming all around us in the form of microbes, or microscopic organisms. When important topics like biodiversity, sustainability, and nutrition are discussed, microbes play a very important role in helping us achieve a sustainable and healthy lifestyle. Life on Earth is very old. Microbial life, particularly that of bacteria, are the oldest life forms on Earth, dating back nearly 3.5 to even 4 billion years ago. Microbes are everywhere, inhabiting some of the most uninhabitable places on Earth. There are more microbes on Earth than stars in the universe. When scientists were first attempting to categorize life on Earth, the plant and animal kingdoms reigned supreme. As technology improved and new scientific discoveries emerged, scientists continually rethought their categorization. Today, the tree of life is categorized into three main domains: bacteria and archaea, both of which fall under the category of Prokaryotes, and Eukaryota, which include a widely diverse range of life from plants and animals to protists and fungi. Two of the domains of life are occupied solely by two types of prokaryotes. This illustrates just how extensive and important microorganisms are to our planet. There are three main categories of microorganisms. Those are prokaryotes, eukaryotes, and viruses. Prokaryotes. Prokaryotes were the first signs of life to emerge on Earth almost 4 billion years ago. Prokaryotes can be found in just about every habitat on Earth. They generally have a simpler cellular structure than that of eukaryotes. Most are single-celled organisms that don't contain a nucleus. Prokaryotes can be further classified into bacteria and archaea, both of which are very diverse groups of organisms. Bacteria. Bacteria can be found in soil, in bodies of water, such as oceans, and in, on, or around plants, animals, humans, and other organisms. Bacteria play many crucial roles for both the environment and for humans. While not all bacteria are beneficial for the Earth and humans, it would be a mistake to disregard them. One of the oldest organisms in Earth's recorded history is cyanobacteria, also known as blue-green algae. Like other bacteria, they are single-celled organisms, but will often exist in colonies that are large enough to see with the naked eye. Cyanobacteria often cooperate as if they were a multicellular organism, working together to photosynthesize sunlight and carbon dioxide into energy and oxygen. Because of their size, records of their existence have been discovered in the form of fossils. These date back almost 3.5 billion years. Cyanobacteria are very important to Earth's history, that we depend on today because of their ability to produce oxygen through photosynthesis. They are also the precursors to plants. Cyanobacteria perform important functions for soil and plant health, including nitrogen fixation. We wouldn't be where we are today without the contributions of cyanobacteria to the ecological functions of our planet. Archaea. Archaea were only just classified as such in the late 1970s. Prior to that, they were thought of to be another type of bacteria. While archaea initially appear to be similar to bacteria, as they are also single-celled organisms that contain no nucleus and can be found in similar environments, they are also evolutionarily very different. They can survive in much more extreme environments compared to bacteria, in such places as the freezing waters of the Arctic Ocean or in steaming hot springs. These particular species of archaea are known as extremophiles. Archaea are also found on our skin and within our gut. Another remarkable thing about archaea is that they are not known to cause any diseases in humans. Eukaryotes. Eukaryotes make up the third and largest domain of life and include eukaryotic organisms like algae, fungi, and protists. Protists. Protists consist of everything else that cannot be easily classified. Some protists include protozoa, amoebas, and algae. Algae. Many algae come in a wide range of shapes and sizes. Some can be single-celled and microscopic, while others may be multicellular and macroscopic. Algae can exist alone or may form chains and colonies that may be seen with the naked eye, such as an algae bloom. Algae live in both fresh and saltwater environments. While most algae are eukaryotic organisms, there is one type of algae that is actually a prokaryotic organism. It is known as blue-green algae or cyanobacteria. All other types of algae, including green algae, are a type of eukaryotic organism. Green algae is primarily an aquatic organism, which includes the many species of seaweed. However, despite the different types of algae, all contain chlorophyll and thus can create their own food through photosynthesis. Fungi. Unlike plants, which make their own food through photosynthesis and carbon dioxide, fungi cannot make their own food. Instead, they may get their nutrients through one of three ways. Fungi may absorb nutrients from decaying plant or animal matter. Other fungi will feed on living organisms rather than dead and decaying hosts. These fungi are considered parasitic. Lastly, some fungi live with other organisms in a mutually beneficial relationship. This is called a mutualistic relationship in which two species live harmoniously and benefit from one another. Since fungi cannot move to obtain their food, they instead grow in order to cover more surface area to increase their access to potential food sources. Fungi can be single-celled or multicellular and contain a nucleus. Types of other fungi include yeasts, molds, and mushrooms. Molds secrete digestive enzymes that break down organic matter. This fungi grows on surfaces such as mildew or mold. Having mildew grow on damp surfaces in our homes can be unappealing and damaging to our health. However, there are some favorable molds, such as those that contribute to the delicious pungency of blue cheeses. Other types of fungi form large fruiting bodies known as mushrooms. Mushrooms come in all shapes and sizes and can be very delicious or very deadly to humans. Yeast are single-celled microscopic organisms about the same size as a red blood cell. They reproduce when their daughter cells bud or break off the parent cell. Yeasts play a very important role in the fermentation process of certain foods, including beer, wine, and bread. One of the more commonly recognized yeast strains is Saccharomyces cerevisiae. Fungi live mostly on land, in soil, or on dead plant matter. Fungi play indispensable roles in breaking down plant matter, which is important to carbon cycling. As the carbon contained in the cell walls of plants is likewise broken down, this vital nutrient is made more readily available to be taken up by plants, thus returning an important nutrient back into the surrounding environment. Some fungi, however, cause fungal infections such as athlete's foot, yeast infections, or cause diseases on plants. Viruses. Lastly, there are viruses. Viruses are the smallest of all microbes and are made up of nucleic acids, proteins, and lipids. They only exist to reproduce. What is interesting about viruses is that they are only alive when they are infecting and reproducing through a host. Viruses can only reproduce by infecting prokaryote or eukaryote cells. They burrow inside of their host cell and then use the cell's genetic code to complete the act of replicating for them. As we all know too well, with the coronavirus pandemic plaguing the world today, viruses can be truly dangerous and deadly to mankind. Still, many more microbes exist and thousands more have yet to be discovered. What is undeniable is the power microbes have to affect the earth and all life within it. They are vitally crucial to the stability and productivity of environmental ecosystems, as well as for the functioning of the human body and for sustaining our health. Microbes also perform important functions that transform the food we eat. Without microbes, we wouldn't be able to enjoy a cup of tea, a slice of bread, and a bowl of yogurt before we start our day.